Information soaked inside the mind. Wisdom, experience, we're focused on your grind. Understanding comprehension through the quotes in all lines. And respect that should be given to your folks at all times. Expect to be amazed with what I'm posting online. From the funky instrumentals to my logos and designs. Message on the garment, plus it comes with hard rhymes. Knowledge, wisdom, understanding, and respect at all times.
Dropping heat rocks on y'all bitch ass. You know what I'm saying?
Black Americans are the original Americans. We are not descendants of enslaved people. We are the original people to this land. We are indigenous. We are the aboriginals. So it's time to remember who you are. The truth is coming back through genetic studies and memory. The more you dig into our true history, you discover that it has not only been whitewashed, but much of our history has been erased, not by time, but through paper, what historians call paper genocide. The 1887 Dawes Act was used to take our land, and it created colorism. The Dawes roll determined who was Indian enough, and if your skin was dark, you were reclassified as Negro, Black, colored. So the truth is coming back through genetic studies and through memory. So it is time to wake up and remember who you are. Black American ancestors, the copper-colored indigenous Americans, did not come from Africa at all. They were the master architects who built the pyramids on both continents long before there were any African dynasties. Africa learned civilization from Black Americans, not the reverse. Black Americans are the descendants of the original master builders, the ancestors who created the most advanced ancient civilizations. Then they spread that knowledge globally. We are the original Moors of Tamari or Turtle Island. We are the ancient Egyptians. We are the mound builders of Mississippi. We are the Olmecs, the Mayans, and the Aztecs. This gets so deep, we're just getting started, so follow for more.
Consciously, our culture. So these are things that I love as an indigenous person that we've been doing subconsciously, our culture, customs, and traditions that either we've been doing subconsciously or it's been deemed as ghetto or bad. Let's get right to it. So me, I love our indigenous names, right? The Kwan is the masculine, the Kwa is the feminine, right? So Shaniqua, the Kwan, Taekwon, right? The Tamika, the Ta is indigenous. The Lamika, the La is indigenous. And the more you search, you're going to realize, hold on, a lot of these so-called ghetto names are indigenous names. And this is why I love the fact that you don't see it nowhere else. You see it here on this land, the land of milk and honey. I love the fact that our soul food is indigenous, right? If you look at a book called Contributions of American Indian, you'll see a lot of our soul food there, right? You'll see the cornbread that we created that's indigenous to this land, and it's not the so-called natives, right? Which is the Western Plains from North Dakota, South Dakota, Arizona, not what they do on that side. It's what we do. They make fry bread. We make cornbread, which is indigenous to this land. We barbecue, right? This is what we do, right? You don't see a Western Plains native have barbecue businesses, barbecuing and doing other stuff that we do. But we do that, right? And we're literally the masters of the barbecuing. Let's be clear, right? The tenderizing, the way we barbecue it, even how we barbecue it, right? And we grill it is indigenous, right? So I love the fact that we still doing that customs and don't realize these are indigenous customs. I love the fact that we are still dominant in basketball, which is indigenous, right? We are still dominant because this is ancestral. This is innate, right? This is the things that we did and always have done, and we are dominant in basketball, right? I love the fact that even in some of our nicknames, like my brother used to be called Moot Dog, right? Then we have Snoop Dogg, right? So some of our nicknames are either animals or of mother, which we call Earth, right? I love the fact that we still kind of do this. They call it the Diddy Bop or the Pimp Walk or the Gangster Walk, right? But it's literally called the Warrior Walk, right? From Cherokee or Enuaya, right? This is called the Warrior Walk that indigenous people do. It shows the dominance, it shows the confidence, and we walk that way. There's no other people that walk the way we walk around the world. We are the one that walk like that. Anybody can know and tell a so-called black American just by the way they walk. I love the fact that our root work is indigenous to this land because the main denominator or the common denominator of root work is the indigenous plants, which is indigenous to Americas, right? I know a lot of people like to stamp Africa on our root work traditions, but it can't be from Africa if the main common denominator is the indigenous plants that come from Americas. It doesn't make sense, right? And so I love the fact that we have the root work and the things that we do that's indigenous to this land. I love the fact that we are the top producers of mother. We are the builders of mother. There's nobody on this earth that built mother the way we built mother here in the United States of America with 50,000 inventions, in which I believe is a continuation of civilization that was already here. And this is why we continue on with that civilization. This is why that small time period, there was an exponential amount of inventions at that fast pace and that fast growth, because it wasn't a new idea. This was something that people were already doing. So all it was with the 50,000 plus, remember it's 50,000 plus inventions. This was just a continuation of a civilization that was already there. We were the producers of mother and other people were the occupiers of mother. They just stayed in that one area, didn't really produce anything. We were the producers of mother and we built mother from the ground up. We built this country from the ground up and we built this land from the ground up. And this is why we are the trendsetters of the earth. This is why we are the ones, when it come down to when people think of the United States of America, they think of us, the people of this land, the so-called black Americans. And hopefully this is valuable. I love y'all. Peace a lot, your key.
The concept of us saying yo to one another is really basically coming from the Chalagi or Cherokee of saying oh shio, the way in which we dance, the way in which we walk. The walk in the 70s that many people thought was an Afrocentric expression, in actuality was a long-haired Cherokee warrior walk. The hip-like walk that is expressed as being Afrocentric was not Afrocentric at all. A warrior walked, and he walked with a limp, and his shoulder would dip as he walked. Now, that type of walk is not the only where in which you have seen that cultural expression is in America and by those who call themselves African American.
Chief warriors killed Chief William McIntosh on April 30th, 1825, because he signed a treaty without their consent, giving up their land, and that is punishable by death. So you tell me why, when I'm applying for my grandfather's Creek Nation information, why is that same family running the vitals and statistics of the very people that took them out the first time? That is crazy to me. If y'all don't think that's crazy, I don't care. But I think that that's crazy. That says a lot. I don't even know how to say what that say, but that says a lot.
40 million black people in America are the role models for 1.8 billion black people in the world. When we say something's cool, it's cool in Tibet. When we say something's a dud, it's a dud in North Korea. We have mastered culture, community, and cool and creativity, yes or no? So now all we have to do is switch, become bilingual, and master capitalism, commerce, and a new community. Don't go from rocking the mic to owning it. So I want you just to shift your brain. In other words, you are the capital. You already have what you need. When you walk in a room, you are unique. Everybody wants to be you, except they don't want to be black.
The black man in America is the most copied man on this planet, bar none. Everybody want to be a nigga, but nobody want to be a nigga. How about that question?